पांचाली सबका बताया।
इसको भी एंट्री नहीं मिली।
और उसको कैसे चल रहा है? कभी दिल्ली आना नहीं होता।
Good afternoon, everyone. Please help yourselves to some tea and snacks. We will be commencing in about 10-15 minutes. I would like to invite Ms. Karishma Mehta, SAS Woman of Mumbai, and Ms. Manisha Jain Branding and Communication Chief of Prabhakyatan Foundation, to join us for the release of the book.
आगे बुला रहा है फोटोग्राफर हाँ आगे आके खड़े
I
रहेगा
request Shabanaji to please come forward and
ऐसा
launch
बैठेगा
the
तो
book,
चलेगा
A Country Called Childhood, a Memoir.
अरे डंडा अपन को इतना आगे गया उसको अकल में लाइट मार लगे और तेरा फोन को आगे गया तो नहीं मारा वो दिख ही नहीं रहा है लाना ऑडियो लाना किधर गया लगा ना लाना जाना अरे जाना
Before we begin, I'd like to request everyone to please turn your mobile phones either on a switched off mode or please turn it on silent. I'd like to request Mr. Deshpande to please start the conversation with Mr. Naval. Thank you.
Good evening. Pure art. I don't know when does it really happen. I heard that music doesn't need words and book needs only words. And when you see the title is A Country Called Childhood, when does really vocabulary happen? I think life happens first, then we word it. And as we grow with our experiences and understanding, we analyze our emotions and put them in human perspective. Shabanaji saw me with her and she said, दो abstract लोग साथ में बैठेंगे. Now, I love this because now I'm feeling comfortable. No, it's so important really that when you read something and so close to life and yet art. I just asked her that there are 8 lines written on the very first page. What is it? She said, I wanted to write something about the beginning, and the first thing happened to her was a poem. And then I remember a line said by Badshah, the poet, that his one poem, the strength of a poem, is equivalent to the entire Hollywood industry. So now whether we go into the technical understanding of what did he mean, but it is the strength of or the expanse of poem which just opens layers beyond your words and beyond your comprehension. And that's where I feel is fascinating when I started reading this book. I told her, seldomly you really feel that you read something and you cry and you laugh and really evokes so quickly, and it's a matter of say half a page, and you are amused, you are engaged, and there is no exaggeration what I'm saying. And that does not mean, normally we say as a simple reading, easy reading. That's not the point. Have you seen life? And that's what fascinates me, that at the age of 4, how could she just see life? I mean, I don't even remember when I was 4. I don't think I was ever 4. Yeah, I remember life from 40 maybe. It took me many years to understand what I've lived and put it across, maybe through plays, and to write engaging book. I'll just start with this first poem, which is like happens to a first. 8 lines. Would you like to read? Because we really want her to say the first line, which will, it's an important line, we'll say that. Yeah? No. What? Memory rushes back at times, pulls me by my finger, eggs me on and says, "Come, let's go." Inside those dark chambers where you stood in the light, rejoicing in a life yet to be unfolded. I just say 2 more lines because she's written the book in 5 sections. Well, the note about the book, she says it could have easily named as Stories from My Childhood and not a memoir. And what she means is her life is full of stories, and stories, I don't nurture them, they nurture me. That's what she said. So now to the prologue, and it's called The Dance of Songs. Over to Shabanaji.
The Dance of Songs. It's getting dark in the city of Amritsar. Shops are shutting down. Street lamps come on, casting dim yellow pools of light. Rickshaws and bicycles hustle to make their way home. A handcart loaded with gunny bags wobbles down the street. Even Dwarka's kite shop is winding up. The old Sardar tailor pulls his rickety shutter down, gets on his bicycle, and pedals away. Shami's voice can be heard. She's urging her buffaloes home. Grubby little boys, the mochis, play outside in the gully, and behind the threshold of the phatak, the big iron gate, 2 little sisters, Bobby and Dolly, go about their lives. The scene seems like it's from hundreds of years ago, but it is actually dated back to the 1956. It's one of my earliest memories in which I am almost 4 years old. It's the street I remember the most, the street on which I lived. A little girl darts out of her house crying, "I want to go to my mama." "Come back," shouts my nanny from inside the big gate. "No, I want to go to my mama." "Your mama has gone to the cinema. You get in here at once." "I will also go to the cinema," she retorts, and runs down the street. Suddenly, something stirs in the air. There's a snuffled grunt in the sky, and the breeze changes. The sky turns red. Tin sheds begin to flap and rattle, the smell of wind on earth. It's a dust storm. Stray pieces of paper littering the ground outside the bookbinder's shop fly up and float in the air. Bicycles fall in a slow, studied motion along the wall of the cinema hall. The wooden shutter of Gyan Halwai's shop tilts and slips out of its clamp. He stands with his arms outstretched, holding it with all his Malai lassi strength against the wind, his lungi threatening to fly out. A rickshaw puller pedals backwards and sideways. The world seems to slant at the edges. Dust storms the streets. My Sarpi's voice cuts through the mayhem. Stop, I say. Get back, girl. It's dark. The girl is not coming back. She runs all the way to the end of the street and suddenly finds herself in the middle of Katra Sher Singh Chowk, in front of Regent Talkies, surrounded by huge cinema posters. The posters begin to tear from the whiplash of the wind. Zrr, 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 zrr. Faces of actors and actresses fold up and slap against the dry whitewash of the decrepit cinema hall. Unable to keep her eyes open from the dust, wind and tears, the little girl hides her face in her sleeve. At her feet swirl particles of dust, torn scraps of paper, bright orange and pink trimmings from the tailor's shop, and gather momentum. She stands still for a while, watching the little merry-go-round around her dotted rubber booties until her eyes fall upon something. Across the street, the plotwala is doing a tandav. He is a skinny man who sells little leaflets with the plot and songs of Hindi films printed on them. A strong gust whisks away the sepia-colored leaflets from his hands and flings them into the wind. They soar in the air, going up and up in circles, dodging the poor man's attempts to retrieve them.